Coming up on this edition of Able to Cook Holiday Edition, we talk about accessible equipment and baking cookies when Able to Cook starts right now, and all kinds of accessible equipment. Plus, at the end of this program today, I'm going to mention where you can see Santa. All that and much more when Able to Cook starts right now. Welcome to this edition of Able to Cook, the one and only program that teaches people how to cook with their abilities in the kitchen despite their disabilities. On this program today, we talk about accessible equipment, as well as baking and all kinds of accessibility. We talk about cookies and many other recipes for the holidays. Plus, at the end of this program today, I'm going to talk about where you can see Santa Claus. So let's begin. On this program today, first, let me begin. I've done lots of webinars for people with disabilities through the Brain Injury Alliance of Vermont on accessible cooking. So it's only fitting that we do talk about accessible baking. As you can see here, never mind the brand name, but as you can see here, there are rolling pins that are larger and whisks and other equipment that are larger. As you can also see here, I have a large bowl. Okay, so technically, when you get the bowls and things like that, you kind of want to get it with a large handle because it's easier with a large handle. You can do eggs in here, muffin mix, pancakes, so on and so forth. So it's easier to get anything with a large handle for easy aesthetics, especially if you have problems with your hands or things like that during the holidays. And I'm not showing the brand name here. Don't want to do that. You can't show the brand name, but you kind of want to get you kind of want to get ingredients that have larger print. As you can see on the back here, you have larger print as well. So it's best to get recipes and things with larger print, especially for people with disabilities. So let's begin with the recipes. This is coming from, I'm going to spend the majority of the show talking about recipes and Christmas recipes, Christmas cookies, and so on. This comes from allrecipes.com, www.allrecipes.com/holidays and events. Now, you have your different, and it's larger print for some, you have different recipes. You have Christmas cookies, shortbread cookies, Italian Christmas cookies, and different ones. Orange cranberry ricotta cookies, peanut butter kiss cookies, shortbread. Let's do, I thought that this would be a great one, Christmas candy cane cookies. So these recipes can be large print because all you have to do is make them larger for you. So Christmas candy cane cookies come from allrecipes.com. These red and white cookies are shaped like candy canes to look great on a Christmas cookie platter. Okay, so prep time is 25 minutes. Cook time is 10 minutes. Additional time, additional 10 minutes. And All total, it's about 45 minutes. Serves 48 servings and makes about 4 dozen cookies. So, candy cane cookies, 1 cup butter or margarine, 1/2 cup white cane sugar, 1.5 cup confectioner's sugar, which is the sugar that's like powder, 1 large egg, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, 1/2 teaspoon peppermint extract, 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1/2 teaspoon salt, 1/2 red food coloring, 1 cup peppermint candy cane crushed, and 1 cup white sugar for decoration. And basically, in bowls like this, you gather, or large bowls, you gather your ingredients. Don't start beating people up, but it says beat butter. The second step is beat the butter, white sugar, confectioner's sugar together in a large bowl, like this, and with an electric mixer, and you beat in the egg and peppermint extracts. Okay, you combine the flour, the salt, the butter mixture until well blended. You cover or wrap the dough and chill for at least 1 hour. Preheat the oven to 375 degrees or 190 degrees Celsius, and you grease the cookie sheets. Divide the dough into halves and color 1/2 of the mix by mixing in the food color. Roll a small amount of dough in each into a 2-inch long worm-like thing. Roll them together into a twisted rope and curve like a candy cane. Place onto prepared cookie sheet. You bake in a preheated oven until golden brown for 8 to 10 minutes. You mix the crushed candy cane and remaining white sugar into a bowl. You roll hot cookie dough mixture. Let the cookies cool and enjoy. And this is 90 calories, 4 grams of fat, 13 grams of carbs, and 1 gram of protein. Going up to the next. Okay, so let's go to peanut butter kiss cookies. Peanut butter cookies are topped with chocolate Hershey Kisses to make peanut butter blossoms for this holiday treat. Okay, so 10-minute prep time, 10-minute cook time, 20 minutes total time, serving 18 servings, 18 cookies. Peanut butter kiss cookie recipe with 4 ingredients and irresistible results. Almost seems too good to be true, but let's take a look at this. Okay, so Peanut butter kiss cookie ingredients. These 4 ingredients: sugar, peanut butter, 1 egg, chocolate candy kisses. All right. Stir. You stir the sugar, peanut butter, and egg together in a large bowl to make the cookie dough. Roll the dough into 1-inch balls. Bake the preheated oven until the edges are set. Press a Hershey Kiss into the warm cookie, then cool in a wire rack. Peanut butter, how to store them? You store them in a cool, dry place. Okay, so let's, the ingredients for this: 1 cup white sugar, 1 cup creamy peanut butter, 1 large egg, and 18 milk chocolate kisses unwrapped. Gather ingredients. Stir sugar and peanut butter together into a mixing bowl until well combined. Shape cookie dough into 1-inch balls. If dough is too sticky, refrigerate until it's easy to handle. Remember, when you beat the eggs, don't beat people up during the holidays. And you stir the dough so it's easy to handle for 30 minutes. Place dough balls onto ungreased cookie sheet. Bake in a preheated oven until the edges are set and the tops are slightly cracked for about 10 minutes. Press a chocolate kiss onto the center of each warm cookie. Remove from the wire rack to cool. And it's about 127 calories, 7 grams of fat, 14 grams carbs, 4 grams of protein. Now, we're going to go to another recipe here. Let's go to let's do best soft Christmas cookies. Okay, the prep time for this soft Christmas cookies, 20 minutes. Cook time, 15. Additional time, 2 hours. 2 hours and 35 minutes. Servings, 48, 4 dozen cookies. You'll need flour, baking powder, salt, sugar, butter, eggs, and vanilla. Okay, and how to make this? You mix the soft ingredients mix the dry ingredients into a bowl. Remember, when you beat the ingredients, don't beat people. Beat the sugar and butter into another bowl, then beat the eggs and vanilla. Add the flour mixture and stir until dough is just combined. Chill the dough in the fridge. Roll out the dough and cut into desired shapes. And you beat You bake the cookies onto a prepared baking sheet until the edges are golden brown. There are a few reasons this recipe results in pillory soft Christmas cookies. A teaspoon of baking powder helps the cookies rise, and 2 whole eggs adds tons of moisture, keeping the cookies nice and tender. And how to store them? You store them in a plastic container, airtight. I'm going to be able to give you at least one more recipe before we end. Okay, let's do the shortbread cookies. Okay, shortbread. These are easy. 15 minutes, 45 minutes total, 1 hour time, and 20 servings. The ingredients for shortbread cookies are 1 cup butter softened, 1/2 cup superfine sugar, 2 cups all-purpose flour. Directions. Preheat the oven to 325 degrees Fahrenheit or 100 degrees Celsius. 165 degrees Celsius. Line a 9-inch square pan with foil, leaving an overhang on all sides. Mix butter and sugar together with spoon until the texture is sandy. Slow mix in the flour. Knead dough a few times until crumbly, not smooth. Pat the dough over the bottom of the prepared pan. Prick with a fork. Bake in a preheated oven until set for about 45 minutes. Score with a knife until warm. Lift the lift the foil and let cookies cool on a baking sheet. Break apart on cut lines when completely cooled. Here's a note. Sometimes you can add extra lemon zest or chopped nuts for a twist. Store in an airtight container for up to 1 week or freeze for 3 months. If someone has a nut allergy of any kind, you don't want to use nuts. 146 calories, 9 grams of fat, 15 grams of carbs, and 1 gram of protein. And before we end our Christmas cookie show on Able to Cook, let's get to something important. NORAD Tracks Santa, the official NORAD Tracks Santa app. And here we go. Okay, if you want to track Santa by phone, you can go to 1-877 Hi NORAD. That is 1-877 Hi NORAD. HINORAD. And what NORAD is, it's an app on your phone, and you can track him. This is by the, it's an app by the U.S. government, and they track planes and things and stuff like that. So for more information on how to track Santa, you can go to NORADcenter.org. That's NORADcenter.org. NORADSANTA.org. And you can track Santa on your Google or mobile apps, and you'll be able to find him. If you've been a good boy, a good girl, you can track Santa and see when he's coming to your house. So that's www.NORADSANTA.org. Well, that puts an end to this baking edition of Able to Cook. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, and Happy Holidays, and see you in 2026. Would like to say thank you to Orca Media and many of the other partners that we had, including the Division for the Blind Vermont, the Association for the Blind Vermont, the Brain Injury Alliance of Vermont, and many others partners with us this year. Thank you, and see you in 2026.